Yes, family, greetings, love and light energies, Give thanks to life, give thanks to the source. Yeah, man, so we are going on one little reason, because to be honest, family, I want me to do a research about the music industry in Jamaica, the whole vibration of it. And I buck up on where they say one honestness and information. And not even honestness. One nest of chink, right? One nest of chinks of information. And me have to change up the whole thing and just come make a video and show the item wagon. Because family, what most of us don't understand or overstand or understand is that the condition where we see the world and we are say, boy, why, all this, why this? You know what I mean? Why the world can't be a better place? Why the leaders them can't do something to make the world a better place? No, you have to understand, say, all these leaders are working for the devil. See, so we're start now. Me I deal with Jamaican vibes now, so we're going at this thing now. So we're gonna start, we have to start, yes, because that's how the whole political thing start. So as we say, Sir William Alexander Clark, Bustamante, GBE, PC, we're gonna find out what them they mean, was a Jamaican politician and labor leader who in 1962 became the first Prime Minister of Jamaica. He founded the Bustamante Industrial Trade Union following the 1938 labor riots and the Jamaica Labour Party in 1943. Right, so as you see at Wikipedia, I get this from me, I write nothing. Born February 24th, 1884, Hanover Parish. Died August 6, 1977. You see all the day when him died upon too. Oh God, all them things here, astrology in the family. Now, it is, so as we say as a known family, I see the whole political arena start from. And this Virginia was our first Prime Minister. You understand? And this Virginia right now, as we can see, the name, I'm going to show you a thing about the name we have. Because I forget that. As you can see, Sir William Alexander Clark Bustamante. The Sir is a knighthood vibration when flag all of England go get. You understand? Anybody see the title name Sir before them name is a form of knighthood type of thing. So when me a pre it now, me I say this Virginia, I know what normal Virgin see me, because look on it, Marcus Garvey the dead with film thing. Same way. And nobody no pay him no mind. Imagine now say look on the first election I run in Jamaica. And look at who you see up at the head of the stream. Two slave master pitney. So you see, so we never have to a good start. Because why we never have to a good start? Because this whole political thing is controlled by the same Freemasonry me I tell you about. If you're not involved in that, you is an enemy. And as I showed in my previous video about Freemasonry in Jamaica, I showed there them say we under control by the Queen. And then this Governor General we have there now. Notice film name to have before it, Sir. So when me I say, oh, that means that this Aboriginal was like the Governor General over the whole of the land. Told me I see, he was the governor because not only in a family did he found the JLP in a family. This man founded this party also. You'll be surprised to know. The People's National Party. So that's what this read now say. The People's National Party is a social democratic political party in Jamaica founded in 1938 by activist Osmond Theodore Fairclough. It holds 30 of the 63 seats in the House of Representatives, as 96 of the 227 local government division, blah blah. The party is democratic socialist by constitution. Wikipedia. Now, as you see the Wikipedia, we just broaden it out for the eye them. See, at the same vibration, but we just put this under the microscope. So you see the same PNP we are talking about, founded August 27, 1938. Note, leader Peter Phillips, as what I know. Founders Alexander Bustamante, Norman Manley, Osmond Theodore Fairclough. Now, family, isn't this ironic? Say, this man name is all over the place. This is a PNP party where me are showing you know. See the Wikipedia and me write nothing. I'm not going to do no research. See the founder's name there. Alexander Bustamante name is there. Beside Norman Manley and Osmond Theodore Fairclough. Someone to see what I go on. Alright, cool. Let's move on. Ah boy, be a problem in this place, man. That's why I tell the people and say knowledge is important, you know. I always emphasize on that. Knowledge is the key. Knowledge different from education. Alright. So the Jamaica Labour Party is one of the two major political parties in Jamaica, the other being the People's National Party. While the name might suggest that it is Social Democratic Party, the JLP is actually a communist party. We can't even get to read that, so it's a fine. But, alright, we'll go over it again. While the name might suggest that it's a social democratic party, the JLP is actually a conservative party. However, it has long-standing ties to the Jamaica Labour Movement. So, as again, Wikipedia, I'm going to go for my information. Right? And you can find it too. Founder Alexander Bustamante. Right? As the day them can see, and there them see the date. July the 8th. We can see it because the time upon the thing kind of block it out. But there them know, say it there. I have an idea about the date. So, but let's try going there about the founder. Alexander Bustamante again. Alright. Yeah man, so coming down to the research now again, family, I book up this virgin here. Yeah, you see him look like some little, if I watch them CIA show there, you notice him look like them little CIA man there. Yeah, Mr. Elvis Presley impersonator. You know, so I kind of book up him in the whole scheme of thing, because when I said this video was originally about the music thing. And I find him have some ties with it, but it lead me to do this video. So we're going to read on and see what I go on now. So, Edward Philip George Seaga was born on the 28th of May 1930 in Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America. To Philip George Seaga, who was of Lebanese, Jamaican descent, and Erna Nee Maxwell, who was Jamaican of African, Scottish, and Indian descent. Now, them things are important in our family, because the first thing you say, this man name alone, Edward Philip George, Queen of England, Queen of England, Queen of England, right? And in born in Boston, Massachusetts, not far in the USA, but still yet, him find himself come down here, so. You understand? So them say he and his parents returned to Jamaica when he was 3 months old. He was baptized in the Kingston's Anglican Parish Church. Anytime you hear me emphasize on nothing, as some words we're going to pick out and use a little more. Right? On the 5th of December 1930, Erna was the daughter of Elizabeth Campbell, daughter of John Zugaru Campbell. Now, normally people go to America for a better life. But unfortunately, or fortunately I should say, they choose to come here. And normally, only slave master Pickney, right, would have travel come here in a them time, in a them era, in the 1930s, when people are trying to go to America and England and all them place there. It's reality. So we have to see what I want. Now, this young Siaga was educated at Woolmer's Boys School in Jamaica, where, as the whole of them know, Woolmer's, GSC, George's, and some other top school, the old school are some Freemason school. And with them hide, keep them meat and everything up there when them ready. He went to the United States for higher education, graduating from Harvard University, another Freemason Institute again in 1952 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Social Sciences. Underline that again. Before embarking on his political career, Siaga was a music producer and promoter. Now, we're going to have two more words for underline again. Producer and promoter. So before him coming to politics, he was a producer and promoter. And him go study, him get degree in social sciences. Alright. So, what was said before that was that after he did come forward to Jamaica, it was said that he went to university and did another, like, some research. So this was now, them say Siaga's research. This was what he went to University of the West Indies go do. So them say after him left, his research led to an interest in popular Jamaican music. In 1955, he supervised the recording of an album of ethnic Jamaican music. He continued to produce recordings by other artists in the late 1950s, set up West Indies Records Limited, releasing early recordings by artists such as Higgs and Raoul Anderson. So, after him go away, after him come from foreign and from Harvard, him go away, go on a big research. In research lead him to music thing, alright? So I must say, these were some ones when he start produce for the first time, you know? Wilson, something about Higgs and Wilson and Byron Lee and the Dragoneers and some other quote. But look on this now. Beginning in 1961, Siaga lived in West Kingston. He became deeply involved in its music scene and recorded some of its artists. West Indies Records Limited became the most successful record company in the West Indies after being elected in 1962 as a member of Parliament. It'll come up next, man. So, underline again, 1961, in run Ghana, West Kingston go live. When normally people are left from them the place and look for go uptown. So they must say, when him get called up to go in a Jamaica Labour Party, he sold the company to Byron Lee. It was renamed Dynamic Sounds. Over 16 years, Siaga worked on compiling a collection of Jamaican music covering the period from the probably at about 1950s to the early 1970s. And they were talking about this anthology, the Reggae Golden Jubilee Origins and way. But what important is when they must say, in record one album of Jamaica ethnic music. That will come like when they collect some samples, some DNA samples, and send it to a lab to me. But we'll come to that. right? And as well, them say now when them jump in politics, when them get called up in politics, him sold the company to Byron Lee, and Byron Lee renamed it Dynamic Sounds. So them say West Indies Records Limited became the most successful record company in the West Indies after being elected in 1962 a member of parliament representing Jamaica Labour Party. He sold it to Byron Lee. It was renamed Dynamic Sounds. So look on the Sykes in a family. 1961 they decided to move go downtown go live in West Kingston. See? And then 1962 he get elected a member of parliament. So what you think? If he say them thing are like them just happen to are a planting. As I say again, how you feel left uptown and come downtown. But me know how man, the same like a slave master mentality in him, you know. Cause him build up garden now, he want to come, or many for the build up yet, you know, I'm overstanding. But say, you know, like him want to come push up that chest there. But in the other hand, when I see him come do something different. And we are going there. So we read that part now. Edward Philip George Seaga, Queen Elizabeth, great grandson, and ONPC, Seaga, Railway, RAE. We're going to find out what them the thing they mean. But that's how I go through. 28th of May 1930, and then did the same day 2019. Was a Jamaican politician. He was the 5th Prime Minister of Jamaica. We know 5 are thief in Japan. From 1980 to 1989. And the leader of the Jamaican Labour Party from 1974 to 2005. So why we are going at this little piece of reading here? And as I say, served as leader of the opposition from 1974 to 1980, and again from 1989 until 2005. So as when you see at me as now family them dates are saying. Me love reason and show the evidence. Now. Me could have come talk all of this and tell you. But me love making us see the evidence. Because that's how the people believe that things more. Now, we're going to emphasize when I say he served as leader of the opposition from 1974 to 1980. And again from 1989, I saw 89 until January 2005. Alright. But a little time I think it kind of black out down there some more time. Anyway, the 1974, now when King Haile Selassie I get taken down from in kingdom, man, when they overthrow the king in 1974. And then in 1980 again, no another king that get overthrown again. Because you have to say at 81 Bob Marley dead. But in reality, him sick out from in 80. And check again now. You notice the whole vibration of music, vibration of change, come right down. But as I say, more or less read the thing, they were going at the reading after. So, as well this read, I'm point out, the 1974 was when Haile Selassie was disposed, right? Take him off him throne, none of them still can sit down on it. And in 1980, we lose another great virgin again. And these are no coincidence. Because he was the 5th Prime Minister of Jamaica from 1980 to 1989. So he been winning in 1980. And then he was and the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party from 1974 to 2005. So 1974, he never was no leader yet. PNP didn't have power. But them date the boy. Astrology again in the family. Me I tell you now. So his retirement from political life marked the end of Jamaica's founding generation in active politics. He was the last serving politician to have entered public life before independence in 1962. And he was appointed the Legislative Council, now the Senate. You hear that? In 1959. Sierra is credited with having built the financial and planning infrastructure of the country after independence as well as having developed its arts and craft and awareness of national heritage. Family, wanna read this and see what it say. I'm gonna explain it to you. It might look like a bossy deed, so you know, hey, yeah, and clap. But read with understanding. Let's continue. SIAGA established many of the financial institutions required in a newly independent Jamaica to build a financial market for successful economic investment and growth. And they must include the following. And I want to list of something. First Jamaican Majority Bank, Commercial Bank, Jamaica Citizen Bank, JCB, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Railway, blah blah. So if you see say this man was busy, you know, see that he established many of the financial institutions required in a newly independent Jamaica to build a financial market for successful economic investment and growth. So if you don't understand when I read, call a little grandson or a little granddaughter, but then can read and tell you. I'm not talking the one that me pass 10-year-old. And when I talk about the markets, stock market and they include 1963 some development plan them with development of Kingston waterfront. And that's how make him, you see that? Comprehensive plan urban communities. When they run out Rasta from Bakawal, 1967 that happened. Okay. So if you see how we are going, you say in the family, this man it's like nobody else not there you can do nothing. And me not you have to try to overstand for me. You have to use common sense. You see? You know, it's not hard for me to receive where we are, you know, if you just pray things. See all the things them claims them do are to take up wide range of social programs which expanded training in human resources, aided small enterprises and protected the poor and vulnerable, construction of the national arena, things Jamaica, craft development, this, that, way. He did so many things. So you can't say, oh, him get to have this whole heap of youths them running now, because you get youths work now, you know. You know, 20-year physical development plan, National Conference Center, headquarters at the International Seabed Authority, National Community for Drug Abuse. You have a right. MPM beautification and public cleansing. This Virginia smart. This Virginia smart, me I tell you boy. This Virginia busy. Eh? You know say the man busy with reclamation of Montego Bay waterfront, Negril development, that a bloody beer, social well-being plan, various times, land bank, purchase of 50,000 acres of prime properties for future development, Negril, Orange Bay, Arching Down, Mount Edgecombe, Civil, Laughing Waters, Duns River, a B word one day, but as I tell you the time I kind of black this so. But you know, if you don't understand what I just read and it don't make no sense to you, as I say, call a little grandson, cause we have to see what going. We have to put it together, family. This not normal. Oh, this man come. We're not even born here and I do everything so. This is the point me I try to show you, I never did have to put them in. Negril, Bay, Archidon, Mount Edgecombe, Civil, Laughing Water, Belmont, Duns River, Winfred Rest Home Property, K Manors, various time development of several hotels, Kingston, Waterfront, Ocharias, Negril, backside. As far as me concerned, the only person The only person who would we have them at contacts and money for do them a thing. You have to be a slave master picnic family. There's no go around that. There's no other way. Cause Marcus could have all of these Marcus did want to do, and them fight him, and more too, and in a better way and more a way where it would have benefit the population, more than them and them friend, Enough to overstand these things, Student revolving loan fund for higher education, national school feeding program, establishment of Jamaica Racing Commission and Jockey School. See that? Institute of Media Communications and all these things. Mass communication, I should say. Later renamed Caribbean Institute of Media and Communications, CARIMAC. 82 Art, Food Stamp. Why may I tell you? If in a reality, man, if you say nothing bad about them, man, say back in the days, you deserve a box by your mouth, man. No, this is no joke. Because just for your view, and I say all these things we man do, and then you come and talk when you don't like him. You're crazy, man. But it was a trick. See the LEAP program for street children. Yeah, hope they must leap. How much of them leap and we can't find them all now. Yeah. Program for advancement of early child education, residential as for UAU Tech and Culture Training Center. Siag was deeply involved in cultural activities, partly folk music and all aspects of things Jamaica. Okay. A keen gardener and amateur landscaper, he uses love for plants and flowers to develop the Enchanted Garden, a resort. Okay, Enchanted Garden, I must sit down and watch here, so. When you say, he never remember borrowing. Boy, all the money I go there, man. You must some done for you do all of the sitting there. The man borrow money and wants to buy this a property and went down him to pay back. I said, he no never borrow no money. So, we have to see the thing we are going. A slave master alone can hold so much lands, family. That's what I'm telling you, the thing run by Freemason. The same master them. But you don't know overstand. You just see our chattings. And the 22nd of August 1965, Siaga married Marie Elizabeth Mitzi Constantine. Them love them type of name, Elizabeth and Constantine and Ray. You notice them the type of name there. Miss Jamaica 1965. They are two sons, Christopher and Andrew, and a daughter, Annabella. This marriage was dissolved in 1995, and then in 1996, June 14th, he married Carla Francis Vendreas. And they get a daughter named Gabrielle. So, as my girl turned Miss Jamaica, he married her. One of them did a date before. But everything is psychology, man, because she a part of the whole thing. So fear name alone to tell you. I don't say a thing, but all this was just a little sham. Because the whole of them controlled by the same Freemason vibration, if you understand that, This song will make people love him more, rate him, respect him more, Look upon him like some god now, because he's married to the prettiest woman in the world, So another thing I know, family, everything I do is psychology, man. 86 established creative production and training center. Seeing camera thing, plan development of heritage sites, Port Royal, Spanish Town and Civil, media divestment program to establish several small private radio stations and church televisions. Look where I go on, Now, CPTC, the little camera thing they used to do them thing, right? And then you have now plan development of heritage sites. How much artifacts and sitting, science and all them things them a work here so now for them three major main places now in the Port Royal, Spanish Town and Civil. Hold down with more, Plant to them for plant, do them for do and serve a ritual, Media divestment program to establish several small private radio stations and church televisions, So, the private radio station will be like how you see IRFM come and I kill you with slackness and I spoil how much people picnic. And church television as usual now for push this whole Jesus agenda upon the people and more, So, you see everything are just a plan and orchestrated thing from that. Does that more than them say? Kind of hard to say at all, I tell you, them not easy. So enough people don't really understand this whole science. Look on them face good. Look on the one your face. And look on them on your face. You see say I one set I one family them. You see say I one family. Now we are touch a piece now. See, because this is important. Anglican churchmen who are Freemasons have come out in firm defense against charges that they are involved in a secret and satanic operation. The charges were made by other church leaders who insisted yesterday at the Gleaners Editorials Forum that lodges of whatsoever sort are satanic and not sacred, and the Jamaican society should come out against the movement. They said the oaths taken by lodge members demand secrecy and exercise practices which are not consistent with Christian principles. Now, you might say, why me bring back this, Kush, why you bring back this? Well, the main reason was the two words up at the top we started, Anglican churchmen. So if you all who was in the back of the class and then pay attention, the Anglican church, when I'm 3 months old and run come to Jamaica, or if I'm not playing in band, as when I come here say, I will hear say my CIA, and I expose Jamaica to drugs and gun. That's how me as a youth me here growing up. And I mean, come say, I say it half a moment, that's how me here as a youth growing up. But these things are going to prove it more. So the Anglican churchmen now who are Freemasons, you feel listen what I say, them a come out and a leak out say they are not involved in secret and satanic operations. So I'm getting a patois Jamaican talk, right? These Anglican churchmen who are Freemasons. So that's why I say Anglican church is a Freemason church. The same church as Siaga come baptized when they were 3 months old, right? They must say them are in a certain practices. Right? Some good other church members that say them in a certain practices and do secret this and secret that, and it not in a church vibration, and they must say them not do no evil. So the point is that there are Freemasons in the Anglican church where in baptized. Now we're gonna look on this little coat of arms, this Jamaican logo. As I show there them in our previous video. Seeing one who understand what me I said to you now. As you can see, family, you see the Arawaks, which are no we, that's the first thing. But no mind that. We see them a hold on for one thing will look like a shield. And for there them watch some of them old time sword fighting show there. See, when you see all them Knights Templar guys night, you will see them have shields like this with them swords or them spear. Now when you look on this shield, you see a cross on it and some pineapple. But take off the pineapple and tell me what you see. You're going to see a Knights Templar, right? Artifact. And that's the right word I want to use at the moment, but I want to find, right? Or symbolism. You're going to see a Knights Templar symbolism. Now, above this Knights Templar thing, now, you notice you see a face. Not a face, you see a mask. That is also a Knights Templar mask, family. Listen me, you know. Right? So, for the idea of familiar with this thing, this is how them wear upon them face to protect them face from arrow and chop and all these things, spear and all these things. Right? Then on top of that you see a log with a crocodile, which would be like a reptilian representation. Now, you ever wonder, say, like, you know, in reality, the crocodile could have there below the many and one. Him could have lie down underneath this, sir. You ever really wonder why I'm the panther? None of we never really wonder why I'm the panther. But it has show the government will run here, sir. When you hear David Icke, you know, go research about them, and the man used to work at BBC and left it. Time start pretty different and I bust out enough things. And then man they talk about reptilians and shapeshifter and all them things there. Yeah man, clean up on your teeth, man. You know, someone say, oh God. But the point of myself, family, in reality, you see, would this coat of arms have anything to do with like us as African black people or anything like that? In reality? No. No. This is a Knights Templar thing. This a show us a them. This a show us a them run this. See the shield there, see the mask him wear upon the face there, and see him boss up on top of his head there. As simple so it go. So we have to understand the thing, family. So this whole vibration as family we are trying to show you know. As I said, this video was a music in Jamaica video. Me still I gotta do it, but to the information I buck up. You know what I mean? Because as I tell you, I have my Wi-Fi in my yard. And when I go with Wi-Fi, then I just take down information. So I screenshot these things. And when I come back up and I read them with overstanding, I say, wait. But this deep. So I have to relate it to the item. You see me I deal with. So, as I show the item, Sir Alexander Bustamante, this title Sir is only given to Governor Generals. Right? It's a knighted type of honor. Where you see them take soda put on shoulder. Before they take it and chop off the neck. And done with it. Them a put it on shoulder. It's a high honor bestowed upon them by the Queen. Go and go run down this for me. And slap him on his shoulder 2 times. You responsible down this so. You responsible over this so. So that was what Shira was. Manley never near Sir Norman Manley or Sir Michael Manley. Him alone the name so. And here the next irony again. Him find the 2 party. God have his mercy. Him find the 2 party family. Yeah, my little boy are rolling, we're looking for him a roll off. No, reality, you know. So them saying a 43 JLP, right? And in a 38, a PNP. See, but remember, in a 1929, the People's Political Party was also before for them thing and a Marcus Garvey thing. And them not pay it no mind. So you have to see the science, you know, so look at where I go on so now. Marcus Garvey coming in PPP party. You know for the people. Right? The Queen said to our little boy down here so now, which are this a Busterman team. Cause him responsible. He was the governor, he was like the Governor General for the land. The overseer. Him the Queen communicate with you for overstand. We don't have to overstand the man try to settle in the family. We don't talk about no politics right just right now, you know. I never vote for Marley. Born! So we have to take this thing serious. Just like any Governor General around Jamaica, or the Queen, never me talk about that in the video. Freemasonry in Jamaica. I talk about that, I have to go over that again. So he was that type of person. Them tell him, say, no, watch out. See what Marcus boy man set up party, you know. And he may catch the people, you know, here Rago do. See, Rago set up a party. Buster set up something. Because remember say PNP was before JLP, you know. 1938, PNP come. 5 years after, 1938, 45 years after, him come with that next party again. And left the first one, give him cousin. Who not see what happen? And go form a next party, you know, which is JLP, you know. Because what they must say now, them no want nothing with blood cleat Marcus. So them know say in every country, or most countries, a two-party system. So when you didn't even come with PNP at first, you must say, yo, PNP and PPP, that was the original plan, you know. Because Bustamante, Michael, Norman, and, you know, Fearclaw, and so you know, it's a three top man, them this and now, you know. They must say, oh, sure we can get rid of Marcus like breeze. So you see the science of them use, them come with three top man. Because my money was this big liar, you know, we look out for the slaves them same way, you know. But a Sykes Mark, a Sykes Buster use Bustamante the devil, I'm a wicked one. But I walk up and down with 2 guns per hip, but Karen Rasta dead or alive. I'm glad my name them both all in the time. So if you see what I want family, him was the one with the knighthood, the sir and upon him. So him start the PNP. Then when him done, them say, yo, we now give Marcus no room to when we compete with PNP. We are come with the next party and get rid of him because we are trump up some charges for him. We are plan for him, we have something planned for him, no worry yet. And I see where it go. Him come with JLP. And when him come with JLP, you see who come take it up as a top man. Because there was no other we come run it like Siaga up till now. I'm going to the reason I show you about Siaga, who Siaga was. This man was born in USA, Boston, Massachusetts. And this man normally want to listen to me as a family career no fool. Normally, in a them that era there and time there, people are run go England, people are run go Canada, people are run go USA. Nobody now come to Jamaica. The only reason why you would come here so was if you're a slave master. Pitney or generation or that the work that you come on. So as far as me see, when Siaga mother and father and him run come down here, when woman not even heal up good yet, if you're not playing in ball pan as what they say, and run come marry, come baptize him in the same Anglican church. Of all the churches, him go baptize in the same Freemason Anglican church. When me just read that telling you say the people them say them now worship no Satan. And some next set a man say them will do satanic things and things will not coincide with Christian principles. So 2 set of Christian of course they say, you know. But the Anglican Freemason man say him nah do nothing like that. So the same Siaga come baptize in the same church there, you know. Him go and look at prep school there, you know, a Freemason high class prep school the same way. Like how we have one down a St. Anna named Columbus. See him? Them produce the top people them. And the rest of school them produce the little civil servants. And if you know the science, you understand? Him go and look at prep school and him go to Wolmer's High. So, for y'all who never know, Wolmer's, GSC, Georges. If me don't know about no more, me sure about them the 3 there. Me used to go Excelsior. Me not know of them. Me not see them on the list. A 3 Freemason school them me call out again. So man, I see the science and see what I go on. When him left Wolmer's, him going to Harvard University, another Illuminati and Freemason institution again. Right? When him left this up, him come back to Jamaica, seeing them say him went to University of the West Indies, go do some research. And them say his research led him to take up music. So you know see how the man go do? The man do social sciences first, you know. If you all don't know what the social sciences is, because I don't know right now. I not gonna go on like me know, to be honest. But me know the word social, like when you have social media, you understand? And then also you know socialize with people and all of that. It must be have something to do with the citizen, must have something to do with the people. Like you study people as how we as Jamaican know that say. You study people, and that the man go, you will go do, as what them say, you will go study, go do a research, and his research led him to start pre-music, take up career in music, becoming a producer and a promoter. And them the people that corrupt music in a family, them the two titles where him take up, you know. And it will show you the man that do all these things, and then it will show you again, you know. The man set up studio, you know. And it will show you again, you know. Say in 1961, the man left and go live in a West Kingston. Open up studio. One bag of rave and blah blah. Turn this big old Dan. You can imagine feel like so if you feel imagine and I pray in a free mind, it's like a him run the whole Jamaica. Cause the first thing what the man do. Tivoli people never born like how them born. If it come like it's a cult, you know. Now Tivoli the man develop, you know. And then I'm gonna be honest family. You see through Tivoli did near the waterfront and him around the whole waterfront thing, and you know, you find say them man that was most feared because the whole drugs thing and all of them thing there. That's why I say people love him because make no people eat food. Igla who sell onion, garlic, this, that, railway, clothes, this, that. He make people eat food so people are gonna love him. So you have to even know you talk. But in reality, when he might do that, he might do a lot more damage than the good way he might do. Because the same Igla thing, where we all laugh and I say, yeah, foreign onion, foreign garlic, foreign clothes. We could have make it out here. You understand the man family? So look on the thing, you know. This man, that's how you them say, him and this virgin, and remember when me start me do my research and find out this virgin, and remember when them say this virgin must have been box him, this Tivoli Dan, and police shoot him up in a car. So if you see what I go on, you know. Because this is the thing about the whole damn thing in the family and politician, you know. Why you see them even get rid of those, you know. You see a politician and a area than them is almost similar. And just through one legal and one illegal. But you find that the area than is a man who we have more love in him because him there around the people. The politician does pretend like him love the people. So what happen now, just like when you watch movies and you see all these things, anytime the wicked man say them workers, I get too friendly and I get too soft to the slave. To the slaves them are, the prisoner them are what have you, or the workers them are what have you. You're in a problem. And that go on. So if you see the whole science we are going, this man take up himself. Right? And go live in a West Kingston. Get rid of that the Dan them, if you forgot to him name. Think it's a double up. Him name started. I remember when him name. But they are them know me I talk to. Get rid of that they done there. Put in who him want. And who him put in who him want, I make you know say, yo, you have to do it this way, you know. You have to work with me, you know. Or some of the son now, Jim Brown jump in now. Cause so them work, you know, them know who fi instigate, you know. Now, put yourself in a Jim Brown shoes now. It's come like you're up on the slave plantation and the slave master say, man, you being bodyguard, you know. You can't touch a boss, man. I tell you. No, you have to just face the facts and truth. Plus, what you do for we, you make them eat food. Even though I know the right type of food, but we have to overstand the part there. But I eating news and working upon the people. You see how them touching music scene? Black clay. You don't call like how you say any man would have a studio. He might have enough ones around him. He might have enough Dan. He might have him look at Dan, them protect him and look out for him and and he might be like a big man. And the same thing him come with. And we don't know say as a slave master himself. Them talk about look when the man come in, you know. As we get independence, you know, the man get called in, you know, to come join politics, you know. You see, where go on. So what kind of independence that we get? What is the what that terminology they for now? What kind of independence we get? As we get independence, and him come in, Bustamante is still there. Norman man is still there. Them not giving no Marcus, no black man, and I talk about independence for black people. Boy, I tell you family, them people are trick with man, them trick with. I'm not going to say them trick with them, but them trick with me. I have to take peace side too. But I'm glad I find out and can't show the them what I want. Because when I tell them, it's over family. It's over man, all this foolishness over man. From you see it start going to America, you know. From you see it go on, how much people I get uncover, how much things I get uncover. Everything at the time feed. And we have to overstand that as a black people. We have to overstand that. Don't make them frightened we. For them time up. We have to know that. We have to remember these things. For them time up. You see me, David? This man does him start gangster thing in Jamaica in the family. I told me get for overstand and see, you know. And this man start this bad man, gangster, gunman philosophy in Jamaica, you know. Like how you see them say go on America same way, you know. Oh, CIA left how much car load of drugs and guns, you know. In the streets, you know. And some man go find it, you know. And turn tap down and start spread it in the country and crime start go up and I saw them work family. Them set a drunk yeah. I saw them work. And go on like a something good them do for people. Now look on the next 2 days what I tell you about now. Them say so as I say in 1974 it look like say Bustamante step down. So him become leader. Cause I say we never going on deep research. Him become leader and it come like say a PNP didn't have power. Saying, alright. Them say in 1980 now, at the same win. 74 when Haile Selassie I get disposed, you know, off, you know, from him seat, you know. 1980, I when Bob Marley get disposed from film seat too, you know. Always on a different level, you know. So if you see the astrology we are play out, him take over at the time when the king, right, get taken down from the throne. That when him take over in Jamaica, 67 run we went, run a Rasta camp, build up Tivoli. Right? This is astrology in the family, and so them work the sciences, you know. Then in 1980, they make him win. That when Bob Marley done come off I see now. You understand? Yeah man, that I went back, when Bob Marley keep the peace dance and hold up the two of them hand. Him say him no want that, you know. Him no want that. So if you see, when him come in, what him do? And me hear that again too. Say him send man go shoot Bob Marley too. These are things that I grew up on here in a family, because me's a downtown youth, you know. I went straight, my father used to run him little him a vegetarian, him little restaurant, you know. Mobile, you know. Canteen restaurant, you know. So we hear all that little mix up them, you know. You have to understand wagwan. These are how these guys work. You know, so when Jim Brown say, if you make me go away, after Jim Brown I get too hot now, you know. And them knows it I go lead back to him. Because of him start the whole thing. Right? Jim Brown I just do things so. Him behind it. And Jim Brown say, if you make me go on foreign, me go talk. And as bunks and I go through, must say I come from court or I go court. They are them see that they come on headline in a paper. And what happened to him? Him dead in himself. Who control jailhouse, courthouse? Freemason, man. Like when they go kill Epstein, same way in there. And so them work. So them work, family. And then come back again and say do this. Where them see the whole of Jamaica love and respect. Both PNP and JLP. And through do this now, push no war and push a negative vibration. We don't see them might now smuggle them this and smuggle them that. How the system provide for them though. But in their foolishness. To that extreme there. And them say, no, we don't want you. You want make the place too peaceful. You want Zeeks. You get you down now. See it never happen. Come our next research we do. I'm going to show you how the crime rate jump up from them man they go to prison. I have a research out, I will come and show you the as a young Fear love say, they come with receipts. They come with receipt, them come showing. It's like I'm showing them little clippings here and them record receipts. The people can read and understand. And them family man, and them all along man. In the 80s, the music thing get shed. Yellow Man, Barry G, because they make sure say them, you understand? And when them hear, them say him say ma free up, him say instigate thing, you know, where can make people have, we can make radio stations and blah blah radio, you know. And when free eye them a plan to go do them thing, whether before or after the same time, because it's within the same time, them dead. We think they're behind that again. Because Rasta was this hardcore when afraid of not even him. And if you want a man like that in a Jamaica, he must be the top. That a Peter Touch. And Peter Touch was the last piece of thing we hang on with the culture. And I use badness and brute force and I defend it. Get rid of him. Get rid of the other one, free eye. Because you want IRFM, you don't want a culture station. You want dancehall station. So family, we have to see the whole thing. We have to see the whole thing. It's a plan, an orchestrated thing. You understand? It's a plan, an orchestrated thing for we have to understand that. So I will close off with the last piece of evidence you know, family, because we don't want it too long, you know. Early Jamaican Freemasonry, put this in another video already and show them. Irish lodges. Irish lodges. Irish lodges were the first among the first in Jamaica. But by the 19th century, Irish craft masonry had disappeared from the island. During that period, lodges owned their allegiance to the English and Scottish Grand Lodges. Apparently, Freemason in Jamaica in the 19th century was developing along racial color lines and blah 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 blah. Now, what we didn't mention again, Bob Siaga again. In mother and father. Ah boy, so you see it family. During that period, lodges here owned their allegiance to the English and Scottish Grand Lodges. Look upon what me I say. So you if you understand feel mother, you know. I come from the Scottish, a Scottish descent, you know. Remember that the part there too, you know. And as well you can see the English and the Scottish Grand Lodges like them are the top thing, you know. Which are the Queen. Still it has showed you say it has about English, it has shows about the Queen same way, you know. It has shows that them where if he says she quit. Where you think she quit? I want to know family. We have to understand what I want. We need to research these things even when we just there and set to the them. We don't need to go do no one look at individual research and find out. Because them things are serious. When you see the condition, they like when me tell them in that video, PJ couldn't go lock down the factory so PJ couldn't go sell. The government can just take up and go sell the company to nobody so. Because them are workers themselves. You understand? You can't just do things like that. You must be given harder to do it. You don't just do things like that, lock down much factory. And we don't I blame PJ. Yes, we know him a punk, yes. But I not so all the way. I not so all the way. You understand? Because if him could have make money for them, he may not go lock them down. But what them tell him to do? Somebody just try to show all these things family for show and say the thing not normal. And them up till right now. That's why you see even that's why I tell you the end times did really have to come catch them in the seat. It now past 2024 family. Me always a preach that tone and I tell you. I eat this. Everything I unfold. Because if I never eat this, I couldn't there. So I talk all them and sit there. So as I say family, love and light energies, you know. And hope they are them find this video are interested because me I tell you, it interests me. It interests I very much. So we have to just try take our time and come together and cover all these little secret things what them are do. And I go on with all this time. And we don't know. So I just decide the family. No offense to you if you're a Siaga lover or a JLP lover. I am a lover of humanity, which includes even you, CM1. Love and light energies, give thanks to life, give thanks to the energy, give thanks to the source. And as usual, as I say family, do no one individual research. And I hope I don't left out none. Give thanks to life. That's the far right.